Hello, right, doing another video. I said I was going to do a couple of little videos of what I'm getting up to at the same time as other projects. And I've got this at the workshop at the minute. It's a Nissan Stagea. And it is massive. Got it off the ramp. Ruby's MR2 is currently sat there. We're waiting on lower control arms and then I can finish the video on that one. But today's job is pretty simple. We're working on the Stagea. Now this thing is massive. It's owned by a gentleman called James, and we're bagging it. We've got a 3P management system. Now, as far as I'm aware, they don't make a bag kit specific for this car. So, this car is already on BCs. Now, Only Charge Dubs sell bags that will go on top of your BCs. So, you see in there, a couple of threads in there, a couple of O-rings. They go in place of where your spring is. Bish bash bosh, car's bagged. Get your 3P loom. Big main plug, height sensors if you ever need them. That's already wired into the loom, so if you want to upgrade in future for height sensors you can. And everything is pretty much built in. It's pretty idiot proof really. But that's the plan today. Put that on this. Just had a bunch of leader lines in the mail. Had to order new fittings on the end and some 90-degree bits. Just been waiting on that sort of stuff. And then I'm going to put it all together, hopefully get it on the ground. Apparently, no one in the UK has bagged one of these, James tells me. That should be pretty good. I need to wash it once it's done. But yeah, should be pretty cool. So the main problem with this car is it's LPG converted. Now, where would you normally put your air tank? Where this is. So James is bringing over a strap, or a couple of straps that sort of come off of these straps here, and the air tank is going to mount here, sort of thing. Compressor, management, water trap, everything can come out of this big grommet here. The fuel tank is here, so I can't use any of this. This bit here is not very deep, so I can't even put the tank in here. James doesn't actually use a spare wheel, so this bit is completely free. And basically just going to run all the lines underneath, run the loom underneath because it doesn't really need to be in the car really. The fuse boxes under the bonnet as well as the battery. RB25. Been looking for this, great. Annoyingly, the car doesn't actually run. At the minute, it's mid something, I don't know. I assume that's something to do with the LPG. Anyway, just drilled this bracket out. That was just to hold that scissor jack in there, and the management's going to sit there. So I just primed it, we're going to reseal it, and the manifold is going to go there. So just primed under there, going to reseal it, spray it black, because that's where the manifold is going to sit. So we've got the manifold, tank, compressor. I've already turned the compressor on its side. So you just move these brackets from up here to down there. So this can lay flat in the boot. So I'm gonna get the bags off now. I'll get all the struts off, get all the bags prepped, and you'll see that in the next clip. Alright, make me drop my phone. Right. So, I got really carried away yesterday. We got all the struts in. Well, it's not even bolted in yet. That's just placed in there. I've just been running the lines. I need to put another P-clip on here somewhere, but I need to circulate the suspension to see if it's going to be binding up, basically. But yeah, just P-clipped everything up along here, keep everything nice and tucked up high. I tried to keep everything above any of the like factory stuff, so that there's lots of brake lines and stuff kicking about. Tried to go over the top of all of them. See there, it's like just tucked up behind that brake line. That way it can't drop down anywhere. It's kind of a nightmare to route it all, to be honest, because it's this big tank, fuel tank, is like right in the way. Usually you want to come out around here, but I've had to come all the way to the back. So everything comes through a factory grommet, loom, airlines. This is all the extra harness that I've loom taped up. This is like the height sensors and stuff. P-clip to the floor. Obviously everything runs over the top of the tank. And it also comes down here, it's all P-clipped along this side as well. And basically just getting the boot build finished now. So I don't know if I mentioned it in the video before, but there's like a bomb in the back, LPG conversion. So James dropped off some canoe straps yesterday, which look like they're gonna work pretty well, not gonna lie. So I'll show you the boot now. I'm just finishing it up and waiting for a fitting or two to carry on, but it should be decent. I always use these ignition live blocks because you don't have to cut into any of the original wiring. You can just take this, take one of these that's an ignition live, bang it in, you're good to go. Easy as that, no cutting or splicing into the wires underneath the middle of the dash, stuff like that. It's good. Oh, hello. Anyway, so you got manifold bolted onto there, compressor there, you've got your fuse bolted down on here. Obviously all these lines go straight into that grommet, out the car. I do believe he still will be able to get a space saver in here, which is brilliant. That's it's all tucked up right at the back, because obviously we've got this bomb here. That's exactly where that tank's gonna go. I'm not quite sure what the rear view mirror will allow you to see, because this rear window is very small. But that's the only place it's got to go, because there's a dog that lives around here when you're driving. Yeah, so we've got these little straps there, basically go around the tank, and then that is going to go on that strap each side, and obviously it's wrapped around there. Just got to route the compressor and the water trap. I'm waiting for the fittings for the water trap. Go along there, behind the tank, all wide in. Bosh. You're not really helpful, just being in the way all the time. Got that mounted up there. It's a tad wobbly, but I'm gonna put a P-clip onto here to button it up to it, and that'll stop it from flexing. And then that'll be good. Willow, that's not helpful. Try a video. But yeah, everything comes down here, P-clipped nicely. Probably able to get a spare wheel in there. Lovely. Just letting it build up. Secured the tank a bit better now, so now it's pretty firm. Piece this together for now while I wait for some fittings. So I just want to see if it's going to leak to bags, basically. Test the leak on the tank, etc. Yeah, it's nearly one piece, nearly finished up. Basically, you're going to wait for the compressor to build up. Put this at 100 psi on each corner. Take these dogs out. Come back in an hour or so and see if we've dropped in pressure. That's a shut-off valve. hopefully that one doesn't leak. That's the only one I don't want to leak. The rest of it can stop, but that's a shut off valve there. Usually this is the shut off valve. Now just trying to calibrate it basically after it's off the ramp. Just all the way up first, and then once the ramp legs are out I can fully calibrate it like so, and then I'll give you the an aired out shot. Huh, that was less than satisfying. The car's not that low, but I didn't adjust the bags, the shock mounts, so I don't know if that's all it's got or something's hidden, but I think they need adjusting and like obviously dropping into the strut some more. So tomorrow I will do that because it won't start now. It's died. Not quite sure, but yeah, it's died. I'm gonna pressure test it overnight. It's literally from there to there and it's died. I can't get it to start again, alarmingly, but yeah, it all works well. Leak test it overnight, see where we stand. Came in this morning, started it, perfect, not a single problem with it. I mean there is, because the inlet's all hanging off, but started straight away, so moved it straight in. I'm gonna adjust the bags and hopefully it lays out properly. So if I wind the shock insert down into this, don't know what you'd call this, but wind that in, hub goes up, suspension is not affected. We'll do that on all four corners. Right, coilover's all adjusted. Front's maxed out, back's set to roughly about the same. It's a little bit lower, so you can have a little bit more pressure in there when you want to put heavy stuff in the back. So this car definitely gets used, so a little bit more pressure in the back will help air it out. It actually looks bagged now, so that's much better. Before it didn't really look bagged, it just looked like I lowered it 30mm. But yeah, tucked on there. If you imagine, these are only 16s. If you add like 17, 18, 19, that would be tucking loads of room, and there's plenty of room in there. So yeah, rolling radius with a big tyre. That looks sick. I'm gonna get the car over there, get it washed so I can take some pictures of it for the page, but that's about it. I'd love to be able to drive it, but there's problems with the car. Much better now it's clean. Looks like a completely different car. The paint is like pearl white. It looks really good in person. You can't really see it on camera. There's like a proper pearl in it. So repainting anything would be a nightmare. Yeah, looks good. This car was absolutely filthy. James uses this as a daily most of the time. So yeah, it's completely filthy. Yeah, so that's that done. Obviously I haven't driven it. I'd love to be able to drive it, but it doesn't really run. Barely got it around the corner, so man, it looks like a different car with the paint all clean, not just complete dirt, but it's really cool. I think with the set wheels on it, the car will be amazing. Get rid of all the stickers and it'll look really cool. Yeah, that's pretty much done. It was only a brief one, but if you like the video, let me know. I'll do more of these sort of videos as I go along, because people seem to enjoy them. But just the little things that I do during the week and stuff. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you later.